Hey guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some squat mobility work. So a lot of people squatting, the main focus I try and push to clients is range of motion over weight. So we don't want to go really heavy if the range of motion has decreased or you're struggling with it. So before we put any more weight on, we focus on the range of motion. Even if we get onto the barbell and it's not going to parallel, which means that when you squat, our hips are in line with our knees, and also our upper body posture hasn't gone out of the window as well. So we've got a nice posture when we squat down, and we can stand up evenly as well. So when we squat down, we're not coming up like so, okay? So range of motion, let's say you're struggling with those things. The first thing I see people do is, to avoid that issue, is to get their heels on some plates, okay? So this is a great, obviously, quick fix for the time being. But what you're not doing is you're not allowing yourself to improve your range of motion. You're just plastering it up. So we want to improve it. First things first, what I recommend you to do is take your shoes off. Shoes can have quite a lot of manipulation on how you squat and how your foot moves, how your ankle moves. So shoes come off, keep your socks on, obviously. From here, making sure that your feet are evenly spread. So you're on your big toe, you're on your little toe, you're on your heel. Trying to close that arch a little bit as well. And then we want to see how our depth is, okay? We want to try and keep that chest up tall. You can have your arms out in front of you, like so, and that'll help. But what we're looking for is a nice range of motion, good depth, nice and even, so we're not on one side more than the other, and then standing, okay? If you struggle with that, so you're squatting down, you're not hitting depth, or to hit depth, your heels are coming off the floor, quite common. Just means there's a little bit of tightness, range of motion issues that can be worked on. So the first thing we're going to get you to do is we're going to load the weight in front of you, and you can do this with a goblet squat. So a goblet squat is with a kettlebell. We're going to have the weight in front, and we're going to sit down into a low enough squat as you like. Don't worry about it if it's not low enough. Day one, we're going to come down into that squat, going to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, not long, and then we're going to come back up. The goal is, try not to be completely inactive at the bottom. What I mean by that is don't sit down here in your skeleton. Try and be quite active, all right? So you should be slightly, maybe 10%, 20%, constantly pushing into the ground, okay? So you come down into that squat, hold that range of motion for a little bit, and then powerful on the way up. So there shouldn't be any movement in your upper body as you squat, as you come from the bottom of the squat up. So you're coming down into that squat, even on your feet, and we're going to drive and keep that chest up tall, and then we're going to lock out the hips and knees, okay? So rather than go straight into your heel elevated, work on your hip mobility and ankle mobility. That is the stuff that you're plastering up with the plates. So try and get your heels down, hit that depth, and just maybe do, in your program, add in some front-loaded squats. That is a goblet, or even start doing a bit more front squats. And we can do that in a different video. I hope that helps. Let me know if it did.